A gruesome crash in Imperial County leaves 13 people dead, several others injured. Authorities say 25 passengers were riding in an SUV when it slammed into a semi-truck full of gravel this morning.
This mass casualty crash happening around 100 miles south of the Coachella Valley near the intersection of Highway 115 at Norrish Road in Holtville. That's just east of El Centro. It's about 10 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border.
We bring you breaking team coverage live at 5. We'll have the latest on the condition of the victims in this crash in just a moment. But we begin with News Channel 3's Danny Romero, who is live in Imperial County near Holtville with the latest.
Karen, it's still an active scene. Just take a look. Investigators are working to clear the scene. They've already gotten a tow truck out here. We were told first responders and those involved tried to help the injured, but for some, it was too late.
It's the accident that turned deadly, a big rig truck slamming into a 1998 maroon Ford Expedition on Interstate I-15 this morning.
There were 25 occupants in the Ford Expedition, including the driver. 12 of the occupants, including the driver, succumbed to their injuries. 12 on scene and 1 at the hospital.
Multiple people were taken to nearby hospitals, including Desert Regional Medical Center. 3 were in intensive care. The truck driver, a 69-year-old man from Calexico, suffered minor injuries. California Highway Patrol says the age range of those in the vehicle were 15 to 53 years old.
Premature of me to speculate on what happened at this collision. The important thing is that 13 people died in this crash. We owe it to the families of those that were killed and injured as well.
An activist putting up these small crosses in their honor.
Justice, peace, equity. Jesus was a migrant, and some of them say undocumented. No more deportations.
Authorities gave no indication if those traveling in the SUV were from Mexico. It's still unclear where the expedition was coming from or where they were headed.
In this case, a lot of the people in the vehicle didn't speak English, so we wanted to make sure that we had all the resources available in order to start expediting exactly where the folks may be from and being able to reach out to their families.
And back here live, police say that the back seats of the SUV were removed. That's how they were able to get that many people inside of the car. And police are still asking the question, why? Reporting live in Imperial County, Danny Romero, News Channel 3.
Thank you, Danny.
Several of the people involved in this crash were airlifted to Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs.
And that's where our Jake Ingracia is live from tonight. And Jake, what's the latest on their condition?
Well, John and Karen, good evening. 4 of the survivors in this horrendous collision were airlifted here to Desert Regional Medical Center behind me. One of them is the driver of that big rig, according to CHP, who's investigating this crash. Now, those 4 people were brought here by helicopter to Desert Regional Medical Center. They were not transferred from another hospital. 2 are in the ICU right now, 1 in critical condition. The other 2 tonight are in normal patient rooms. Their conditions stable at this hour. People in that SUV range in age from 15 years old to 53. 12 of them were killed on scene. Many of the survivors were brought to hospitals nearby where that crash happened, as well as a hospital in San Diego, one of them dying on the way to El Centro Regional Medical Center. Take a listen to the 911 calls coming in this morning.
We need as many ambulances as you can handle right now. Right now they're doing triage.
This helicopter is seen landing near the scene of the crash. Hospitals treating it as a mass casualty incident. You heard them calling for all available ambulances. And take a listen to one of the doctors from El Centro Regional Medical Center who treated some of those patients firsthand.
Our staff has done a tremendous job getting everything ready for these patients and being able to handle them and get them transferred out to the appropriate places as soon as possible. Or if we can take care of them here, they're being well taken care of as well.
Now, a lot left to be investigated in this crash, of course, how it happened, who could be at fault, and many of these patients are still not out of the woods just yet. We do have some good news to report for you tonight out of the El Centro Hospital. One of their patients has been released at this hour, and we are, of course, hoping for the best for those 4 patients currently in Desert Regional Medical Center right now and all affected by this crash. We're live tonight in Palm Springs. Jake Ingracia, News Channel 3.